Hi guys, it's me and I'm back with another video. Today's gonna be my first mommy video. As many of you guys know, I'm not too sure if all of you guys know, I was pregnant and I did have my baby boy on January 7th, 2016. So I'm just gonna film my labor and delivery video because I think it's pretty interesting for my first child. So if you guys want to know what happened throughout my whole labor and delivery video, grab a snack and just keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with January 5th, which was my weekly appointment for the doctors. So I went in with my boyfriend as per usual, just to check to see if I progressed. At that time I was 38 weeks and 2 days pregnant at that time, so I didn't think anything of it. But for the past 4 days prior to my appointment, I was having a little bit of pink when I didn't think anything of it, but I mentioned that to my nurse. And once I mentioned that to my nurse, she was a little bit, not concerned, but she was wondering what was that, so she went to go get the doctor. The doctor did check me and she said that I had a cut in my cervix, so she wanted to get a second opinion. So she told me to go to the maternity unit, which is in another part of the hospital. So I did go. So when I went to the maternity unit, I was bleeding more because the prior doctor checked me, so they tried to wipe me to see what that cut was in my cervix that she saw. And then when they couldn't wipe me enough, so what the doctor did is he checked to see if I was dilated. Since I was close to 40 weeks, he wanted to see maybe I was dilated. So he checked me and he actually said I was 4 centimeters dilated. So that was very shocking to me because I was having contractions, but they were like period cramps and there was nothing too serious because I was having contractions since I was about 34 weeks pregnant. So I didn't think anything of it. But they said that I was 4 centimeters dilated. They told me to walk around the hospital for 2 hours and they're going to check me again, and if I'm more dilated, then I'll be staying at the hospital. So my boyfriend and I went to go walk around the hospital for about 45 minutes, and then I went back to the bed and they checked me maybe half an hour after I went back to the bed, and then they checked me and I was still the same. I didn't progress. So the doctor told me, since your contractions are not close enough and you haven't progressed, to go home. So I went home. The next day I thought I would have gone into labor in the morning, but my contractions still weren't close enough. So I told my boyfriend just to go to work, and he went to work. Around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I put another pad in, and then I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to ruin my underwear because of them checking me the day before, on the 5th of January, I was bleeding a little bit. So I put another pad in around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or 12 on the 6th of January, and I just went out about my day. And then around 7 o'clock I went back to the bathroom, and my pad was completely soaked. It was soaked with mucus-ish water. So I didn't know what it was. I thought it was the mucus plug, but later on they're going to tell me it wasn't the mucus plug. But I was very concerned, so I called my boyfriend and he told me to call the hospital to verify with the nurse to see if we should go in or not. So I did call them, and the nurse said, yeah, you should come in because you're 4 centimeters dilated the day before and you're 38 weeks pregnant, at that time 3 days, so you should come in just to see if you're in labor or not. So we went in, we got checked in. By the time I got the room, it was 10 o'clock. The doctors checked us. I explained to him, before he checked me, I explained to him everything that I just told you guys. And he was like, you're probably going to go home because your contractions are not close enough and everything. So you're probably going to go home. It's going to be very surprising if you stay here. So I was like, okay. So he's like, I'm going to check you. My camera keeps dying. I don't know why. But anyways, he's like, I'm going to check you, but I'm surprised you're going to stay. He checked me and he saw that, well, he told me that I was 5 centimeters dilated. So he told me that I will be staying. They did a few tests to see if my water did break or not. So they swabbed me a little bit and they came back and told me that my water did break, but it wasn't completely broken. So another doctor came in to check me, and before she checked me, she asked me if I wanted an epidural, and I went into the hospital. Yes, I do not want to, I mean, no, I do not want an epidural. I want to go all natural. I want to have this baby natural with no medicine. Girl, whew. Once the second doctor checked me, and she kind of made the rest of my water come out. I felt the real contractions, and as soon as I felt the first one, I screamed for the nurse and told her I want an epidural. It's so, you can't describe the feeling, the pain it feels the pain it feels of a contraction. Like, I praise all the women out there that have the babies naturally, but I wanted an epidural and I wanted it right now. And thank God the anesthesiologist was close by, because within 10 minutes she came. Because I watched so many videos before, I knew what position to go in. I just went, I showed her my back, I'm like, put the epidural on. She said it does take 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be in so much pain. And this time my contractions were every minute and I did not know what to do. I felt like I had to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, I had a contraction, I didn't know what to do. I was screaming, not screaming, like highly moaning, if you can say that. And I didn't know what to do with that. I went on all fours in the bathroom because I thought like maybe being on all fours, it would be more cold on the floor and everything. Didn't help. Like, I did not know what to do. But once she put in that epidural, it was slowly but surely the contractions were numbing up. But being that it was so far along at that time, they didn't know that, but I was so far along in my dilation, I felt that the epidural wasn't 100% effective for me, because when they checked me maybe 20 minutes after she did my epidural, I was ready to go. I was ready to go. I was at 10 centimeters dilated. I was ready to push. And it's actually the nurse that told the doctors I was ready to push, because she was about to put the tube in for me to go to the washroom, well, not stand up but go in the washroom through the tube. And she saw the head and she showed my boyfriend, and he saw the head as well. And she's like, girl, you are ready to push. She was so sweet, the nurse. And she said, girl, you're ready to push. So she went to go tell the doctors. Doctors confirmed I was ready to push. And at 2 a.m. around, I started to push. So after a whole hour, like when I was pushing, I pushed for 10 seconds, took a breather, 10 seconds, took a breather, and 10 seconds. In between contractions, I love my doctors and the nurse that were there. We were having conversations. One of the doctors was saying that, oh, on January 7th, I had two ex-girlfriends whose birthday was on January 7th, and my ex-girlfriend now, my current girlfriend now, his birthday is on January 7th. We were having like full-blown cool conversations between my contractions, but I was still feeling him come and then like come back. It was an incredible experience. But yeah, so after the whole hour and 20 minutes, whole hour and 19 minutes of pushing, my baby boy came into this world healthy, beautiful. He cried, and I was just, my boyfriend and I started crying, and like everyone was crying. All three of us were crying, and it was just such a beautiful experience, and I wouldn't change anything in the world. I love my son. He's the world to me. Now he's 2 weeks old, and I can't believe how fast time really does go. And I'm just enjoying every minute of him here because I love him so much. He's so tiny, and I'm in love. So yeah, that's my labor and delivery story. I didn't want to go too in detail because I will be sitting here for 40 minutes, and I don't think you guys want to be watching a video for 40 minutes. But that is my labor and delivery story. It's such a beautiful story to me. I'm so blessed to have my little boy, and my boyfriend and I are so happy. So yeah, this is my first mommy video. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing mommy videos here on my channel. I'm still going to do beauty videos because I still love doing those videos. But I kind of starting to like doing these mommy videos as well. So if you guys want to keep watching these mommy videos, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is why I haven't uploaded, because I think I uploaded my video on the 4th of January, the 3rd of January, and I was gonna upload another one, and then all this stuff happened. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys to the moon and back.